job started like any other. A phone call and just one more of a series of bad days. I'd spent another night late at the office. Lost my apartment about a month before. Couldn't pay the rent, so it came down to the office or the apartment. I like the office more. Another night of solitary drinking. Another morning of a bad hangover and no jobs. Or so I thought. Yeah? Yeah. It was some dame looking for a good detective. Don't know why she called me, but it didn't matter. I need the money. Said her name was Bridget Huston. She needed some help finding her ex-husband. Seemed child support payments hadn't been the only thing he'd been skipping out on since he left town 8 months earlier. She hadn't heard from him since. I set up a meeting with her. A meeting that kick-started one of my most twisted cases to date.
Yeah, what do you want?
Mrs. Huston?
Who's asking?
My name's Marlo. You called me the other day about finding your ex-husband. We had an appointment.
Shit. Yeah, come in, please. Come in.
Thank you.
You'll have to excuse me. I've been working 2 jobs ever since that bastard left, and you can have a seat. Anyway, so as I was telling you over the phone, my ex-husband left me about 8 months ago, and I haven't heard from him since. No letter, no phone call, and definitely no check. He's been running around with some floozy God only knows where, and he's been leaving me, neglecting his only daughter, leaving me to work 2 jobs just to support us. Anyway, Mr.
Marlo. Detective Marlo.
Right, Marlo. Sorry.
Cute girl you got there. How old is she?
What'd she say?
How long were you married?
5 years. We split up just after Sydney's 5th birthday. But it lasted a lot longer than it should have.
And, when was the last time you saw your husband?
I don't know. 9, 10 months ago.
So how do you know when exactly he skipped town?
I called his office.
And which office is that?
Dinosaur Real Estate.
Where is this Dinosaur?
It's... Shit, you know, I have to get going. I'm really
I should have
sorry.
known right then that something wasn't right. Right from the get-go, she seemed nervous to have me around. And the conversation that followed only furthered my suspicions. I should have walked away then, but if there's one thing I know about me, it's that I never do the smart thing. I started my investigation and found, much to my dismay, that Jim Booth must not have been a popular guy. No one wanted to even mention his name, let alone give me the info on him. He was a ghost. So I became Jim Booth, submerged myself in his life, went everywhere he'd been, work, bars, friends, places. Everywhere. Then, finally, I got a break. Seems Mr. Booth had just won the lottery. $10 million and failed to inform his ex. She wasn't gonna see a dime of that money and she knew it. Thought the intentions on this one were gonna be a little more pure, but I should have known. Sooner or later, it all comes down to money. Damn. Should have asked for more. I decided the best place to go from there was to check out his last known whereabouts. I tried a few days earlier to get into his apartment by talking to the landlord, but he resisted. So I did what old Bogey would have done. I broke in. Didn't know much about the guy, but I knew one thing. He had good taste in movies. Then it hit me. The most obvious place to look, and I'd missed it.
I'm sorry for all the calls. I just found out where you were. The office called me back. I'm sorry for the other messages, some of the stuff I said, but you gotta look at it from my point of view, you know? I mean, here you are, $10 million, and because of our settlement, I don't get anything. I'm trying to do what's best for Sydney here. I was just worried you'd taken the money and ran. Left her life forever. She needs her father, James. Anyways, I don't know when you'll get this. Just please call me when you do. Oh, and I hired a detective to find you. One of the moms at soccer got me in contact with this guy. She specifically waited to tell me after to let me know about his methods, though. This guy's old school. Thinks he's from a 40s crime novel or something. I'll just try to get him before he gets to you, okay? But just in case, watch out. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Wherever he was going, he must have knew he'd be gone for quite a while. Wasn't sure what else to do but watch some of the greats in action. Mr. Booth? You're a hard man to track down. Seems a man who wins $10 million loses friends fast in this city.
What? Wait, who are you?
Shut up. The only thing you need to know is her ex-wife hired me. Seems you've been gone for 8 months. She wants you to pay what you owe.
Listen, look, I was on a business trip.
Yeah. And you sit down.
I'm not sitting down.
Sit down.
I'm not sitting down.
What the hell had just happened? Had I really heard him right? I mean, none of this made sense. And what of the phone call? Then it dawned on me. The money. Of course she knew where he was the entire time, but she needed a patsy, a fall guy. She knew she wasn't going to see a dime of that money, so she did the only thing her twisted mind found logical to do. It was a bit of a jump, maybe, but then again, people do crazy things when $10 million are at stake. Her gig was up. Mr. Booth! Mrs. Hudson! The gate's up, baby. Your deadly game is over.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Booth, you need to come with me. I believe your life is in danger.
What?
Do you want to tell him, or should I?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You see, Mr. Booth, Bridget here was planning to murder you when she learned of your recent good fortune. She almost freaked though when she couldn't find you. Thought you'd left town. She devised a clever plan to hire a handsome, bull-headed detective to find you. She was then planning on leaving you a message, warning you of a dangerous private investigator looking for you, therefore clearing her of any suspicion and pinning it on me. Check and mate, Mrs. Huston.
Just get out! Just get out!
Yeah, you know what?
No.
Yeah.
Mr. Booth,
Jim! Get out!
Lucy, you have to come with me. No.
Get out of here! Get out! Get out!
Just move.
Get!
So that's how it happened. Just another in an endless amount of dime store detective stories and cheap funny book tales. The story of a housewife driven mad by greed, and the depths of the human soul will go to grab that carrot that dangles in front of all of us. And in the end, all that matters is I found him. Completed the job. I think old Bogey would have been proud. After all, I learned from the best.